Balatro. What can you say, people? Balatro. We've been doing, I mean, I did Gold Stake Nebula deck today on stream. So if you've been waiting for that one, the video will be up at some point. I don't even know what it'll be called, to be honest. How did I do it? I don't know. I had a motley crew of jokers, but they just got the job done, honestly. Now we're on the painted deck. Gold Stake painted deck. I'm reminding myself, it's more for me than for you. What's the problem with the painted deck? That much is obvious. It has one less joker spot. Now, what's the benefit of the painted deck? +2 hand size. Also obvious, not that hard to understand. Now, what does that mean in practice? Hard hands are easier to make. But we need to rely on our deck and our, maybe like our hand level more than relying on our jokers for score. Well, we won't be taking that joker. That's a slap in the face, Local Thunk. That's a real slap in the face. I skipped a blind for you, and this is what you give me. We'll take Photograph. I'm not necessarily thrilled to do it, but I will do it. It's the sort of thing that, I mean, doubling your mult early is meaningful, I guess that's what I'm trying to say at the end of the day. But it's gotta be like, I mean, first face card, the latest you could have, it doesn't matter where you put it. You don't have any like, we don't have any mults coming from anywhere else. So wherever we put the face card is okay, I suppose, if we're just doing on base score. Honestly, here's the thing. Shortcut, we don't really need it, I think, in this deck. But also, there's a part of me that thinks walkie-talkie is build-aroundable. Not 100% build-aroundable, but possibly build-aroundable. Now, the question becomes, how do you want to play this one, bro? Do you want, if we do Hex, 50% chance Polychrome walkie-talkie, which is what I want, and then you'll die. 50% chance Polychrome Photograph, and you won't be I don't think you're good enough to risk it. I think we got to do it that way. We got to make sure the Polychrome gets where we want it. And then with $10 remaining, I simply don't think we need Shortcut. I may regret it, but I don't think we need it. And then we should all be so lucky as to have our run planned out for us like this. All we want to do is play 10s and 4s. We get a pair of 4s with something else, we toss it in there. That's 1,050 points. Now, we want to get Econ. An Econ Joker would go crazy, and then buy tarot cards to turn 10s into 4s and vice versa, or that's not even close to what I mean. Turn cards into 10s and 4s. But now we got Green Joker on top of it, which means we don't even want to discard. So I got ideas, bro. I got ideas here. Don't play your 6. 6, 7, 8, 9. That's what we want to see. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 48 points, huh? You could play 7, 7. 9, Queen, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 still exists. I hope that this straight is going to get us there. You play 10, 10. This should be a pretty good hand to begin with because of 10, 4. It is a pretty good hand, and then I know 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is going to get us there. So we're kind of, we want to play 10s and 4s, and we never want to discard. That's Balatro with the jokers, baby. We're stacking complexity, but we're getting score in return. I would go in for an Arcana pack here, because to be able to turn a 9 into a 10, or maybe like 2 3s into 4s, that's very nice. I don't know what we're going to do. Like, I still don't know what hand we're going towards. And it is a tough decision, because, like, without discards, it's going to be tough for us to make, like, a huge hand every time. Something like a pair might be a little bit more apropos, if you will. I think we play this, and then Ace 2, 3, 4, 5 should get us there. I mean, Green Joker, I think, a little biased maybe because I'm the guy, but I think we're working with it exactly the way we're supposed to be working with it right now, as long as we don't lose. It can build, okay? And then 10-4 is that it's a multer, it's helping us out. Honestly, early on, I will take a hallucination. It doesn't take much for it to pay for itself. This is horrendous, but at least like Paradola sells okay. And then I honestly think we should be taking Mercury or Uranus. And I actually think that like Uranus is probably a little easier to play. And I'm not even making a joke because this is very serious. Because we can very reliably get 2-pair out there. So, I mean, we don't have to marry 2-pair yet, I suppose. You know, we just got started. But if we get the chance to spec into something, I think 2-pair is like a great mix of like attainable without discarding, but also like, I mean, it scales okay. It obviously doesn't scale amazing, but it can scale okay. It's a slap in the face, honestly. I mean, Paradola does nothing for us, so we just take Red Joker and probably sell it for money right away. I guess we were already over the interest cap, but I'm not sweating it, bro. I'm sitting pretty. I'm feeling pleased. Pleased as punch, if you will. 390 points, not very good. Ace 2, 3, 4, 5. 1900 points. Okay. We might have to use some discards here. Otherwise, the run could be over. Well, you know what? 2-pair, 10s and 4s. Lucky us. Hi, Tomo. Hi, buddy. How you doing? I had nothing else to say about that. How about another card? Love to see it. We'll cut things that are not 10s or 4s. We'll take Swashbuckler. I was going to buy Misprint, so I think just having Swashbuckler is about as good as Misprint. I wouldn't sweat that. Hanged Man to cut 2 things that are not 10s. Hermit, not so good right now. How about an Emperor to give... another Hanged... I mean, the faster we could draw 10s and 4s, the happier we'd be. 3 4s already, huh? Well, I'll just level with you, buddy. I think we can easily cut this. And we could go for the 4s early, but we have no real need to, I think. Especially, wow. We'll play 5 4s as our last hand. Despite, like, how close it seems to be getting to Oblivion, I really think, like, we got something here. And I say that a lot and then lose, but sometimes I say it and then we win. I mean, what are we missing on this run? I would say 2 things. Well, maybe 3 or 4 things. We have Mult and we have Mult. That's something. What we're lacking, I see him already. You don't even need to say his name, man. We're missing deck fixing, and that's something that gets sorted out right here. Sorry, Spectral Pack, but I gotta go Vagabond on this. We need 9,000 points. I mean, tarot cards are of the utmost value, man. Because we could turn 3s into 4s, 9s into 10s, make our 10s, get a Joker, like, out of nowhere. It's a Fibonacci. It works backwards. Like, what? Not backwards is not the right word. It's not what we're looking for, let's put it that way, but I appreciate getting the Joker for the low price of freaking free. And then 2 more of these. I mean, I got no problem tossing Devil on a non-Fibonacci card, and then a Tower, I snooze a little bit, but we're really not paying much attention to face cards. I think we want to dump Detritus, and we can always play pair of 10s with a stone after. Not necessary. Okay, huge Temperance card, because Econ is another thing we're kind of missing here. I would say you go Temperance. I'll probably sell Fibonacci, but I want to see what we get in the Arcana pack first. Don't turn a 3 into a 4. Turn a Queen into a 4. And then... It's tough because, like, +4 Mult falls off pretty fast, whereas a Chariot can go for a long way. So I think maybe you start to think about a Chariot, not even with an eye towards Endless, just with an eye. Now, Hieroglyph, I promised myself I was going to swear off this guy, okay? It always leaves us in, like, a worse position than we started with. $3. I'll hold Fibonacci for now. $2 is okay. I'm not going to sell it just to get a Mars, even though it is a planet that I would like. Maybe I'll regret it, maybe I won't. Okay. Easy money. We start with 2 pair. I'm telling you, this Vagabond can make it pop, man. The Hermit card... Not really what we needed at that exact moment, as you know, but, like, it's the thought that counts. I would High Priestess for 1 planet so I can hold on to Hermit a little bit longer. It's a cost, but it's a cost I'm willing to bear. And then 2 pair, 10s and 4s. That should be good enough. How about a face card to turn into a stone? How does it feel to be on your own? With no direction home. Like a complete unknown. As soon as I didn't see flames come up, I started to get a little scared, but that's okay. I love what we got going here. We got to spend our money anyway. Might as well Hermit. I would Jumbo Spectral. I don't think we can get down with any of the Joker dialogue here. In fact, I think this is kind of a whiff. Ouija, if it doesn't hit a 10 or a 4, is really bad because it loses 3 4s. Onk. Okay, Hex. If we sell Fibonacci, Hex has a 50% chance to hit Green Joker and destroy Vagabond, and a 50% chance to hit Vagabond and destroy nothing. Both of which we would probably consider okay. Yes! Woo! I didn't want to get rid of Vagabond. I would have been salty over that one. Okay, I'm going to take this as basically like a do-nothing Joker. We got to spend money, man. We got to spend money. Beautiful. Fantastic. Okay. I mean, we could dump the world card as well, but must play 5 cards. I'm not really sweating selling Luchador for this, but I don't know if I've ever been like more visibly excited than that. That's kind of embarrassing for me. Okay, how about a little sussy flush? Get a Temperance card. That means we're going to have to use Empress. Great opportunity to do so. We don't want to win too fast. I mean, to be honest, if that's the... Well, we want to play a viable hand, though. True. Okay, well then dump the 10, man. Dump the 10. Or don't dump the 10 and dump 2 5s. Yeah, that's way smarter. Fool Empress? We're at the point, let's be realistic. We'd rather Fool Temperance. And this gives us enough money. I mean, we can't save it, but it gives us enough money to do some real damage. And now we're just... I don't think 10,000 points is going to be a challenge here, but you'd really rather not, you know, run into trouble. Also, you should definitely be here. You're costing us points, which might have gained us extra cards, but like, let's not fudge the numbers too much. Now, I would say Telescope means it's time to lock in. And we're playing 2 pairs and pairs. I can live with that, man. I can live with that. Let me see what's in the Arcana pack. We got to spend. This is a great time to spend. 2 6s can go, so we draw 10s and 4s more often. Luchador can go at any point. I'm not even sweating the opportunity cost. Honestly, I mean, there's a 5-point difference. I would scale up the pair instead. It's just a little bit easier to make. We got to spend our money. You got to go in. Death card's great. Mars card is something, and then a roll takes us down to 0, which is great for Vagabond. Luchador, we'll figure it out. Don't sweat it, okay? Jacks become 4s because they don't make weakness cards. That's just science. And then we farm Green Joker a little bit. Let's see what our score is like. 4,000. I'd say that's right where we want to be, man. That's right where we want to be. That's actually one of my favorite sayings. How about this, this, and this? And now we got, like... I don't know if I want to play flush houses, but we have flush house potential. Any chance... I mean, 4 of a kind is going to get you there. So, maybe, like, don't play your 10s. Sun card is a sell, as long as it doesn't screw us up. This is a good play. I mean, I know we're pot committed to pairs, but if somehow we end up playing, like, a staggering amount of 4 of a kinds, then, like, that scales way better. Then again, we did just get a Mercury from the shop, so... Well, whatever. It's not like 4 of a kind's in any danger of passing it anytime soon. So I think we got a great thing going right now. For now, sure, another Devil card, not exactly what I was looking for, but I'm not going to cry about it. More Mercuries, please. I'm going to buy me a Mercury, and indeed I will cruise it up and down the road. It's a bit of a whiff, but it happens. Great start. Now, you might find yourself with the same delusion I often have, thinking that this run is unlosable. It is still probably losable. I just don't know how. But I know that given enough time, we can find a way. Now this, I was just scared. Honestly, I was scared that we might need 2 extra hands to get there. We obviously didn't, but I thought that it's better to just stay ahead of that one. I mean, for $3, I'll buy a Pluto. We got to spend money, man. I'll take a look at a Buffoon pack at least. You never know. I mean, I had an idea that it was probably going to have nothing, but... I guess I'll just... Oh, but if I sell you right now, you're not going to make Vagabond work. That's no fun. Okay, so just dump some pairs. And then, like, if you... I'd really prefer not to discard. Maybe this is one where we don't want to mess around too much. It's probably not likely to be a big deal, but, like... That's beautiful. I can't help but feel that we paid a heavy opportunity cost, but you know what? It's a small price to pay, probably. Assuming that we're not gonna lose. Hopefully. 1 king. It's not ideal. I think losing is essentially not possible here. Although to be honest with you, it'd be nice to know if I had anything in my hand at all, but that's okay. Dude, okay, we have to sell Luchador here, because if the wheel hits, like, you know, we want to be there. We want it to hit the right thing. It's a very small price to pay. Arcana pack. I would still go wheel. You know, buff a joker we have versus, like, hoping to get a good joker that may never show up. And the last thing we need, I guess, honestly, it would be kind of sick to see a chip joker. A chip joker would go nice, but I'm not in, by any stretch of the word, panicking right now. Like, things are looking pretty good. The deck's getting mighty thin. We could probably just win right now. I don't really want to. I hope this is under 60,000 points. It is. Okay, be careful what you wish for. I'm still gonna cut. I know we could strength them, but we could also just cut them. This is a surprise, but send it out there. We're getting very consistently drawing 4 of a kind 10s and 4s. Now, of course, pair is still like our most played hand, but we could also just think of telescope, like, if it gives us Mars, we take it. Otherwise, we just accept the 4 of a kind that we already have. Or we accept the Mercury we already have, I should say. So more chipped up 4s. That really hits the spot. Mercury, sure, don't get me wrong. Planet X, I'll buy it just because we got to spend money. It was either that or a standard pack. Standard packs tend to be a little disappointing. Unless you're building for it, I guess. 2, 7 ace. I'm loving the fact that we got 1 Joker spot left, too. I don't know what we're going to do with it. But we do have 1 left. We do have ace 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I'd have to be a little silly to play that. Like, why mess with it? You got a good thing going here? Empress we'll use. Just play it cool, okay? We'll use it as we get Temperance. But we got to get 90,000 points. 7 4s left. Am I right to be a little scared on this one? Can I get a Justice card, please? Lovers is not what I wanted to see, I should say. We can still do that. I'm sorry to do this to Green Joker. I appreciate everything you've done for me up to this point. I had to see 1 more 4 just for me. For me on that one, I had to see 1 more 4 to feel confident. So I think that's a good sign for us that we should really get another Joker. Something that gives us chips. Like an Arrowhead, and we're already like, we're kind of leaning towards spades, right? Arrowhead might be like the perfect setup here. And remember, we got to spend our money. Don't really want Pluto. But it's kind of Pluto or fish for a negative or nothing. I guess I would fish for a better joker. Let's not call it a negative, but a better joker. And obviously that did not hit, but that's okay. All face cards debuffed. Pretty lucky that that doesn't really affect us. That's not something we're too concerned about. So what is it? Clubs, right? No, spades. Spades. Okay, spades. Face cards become stone cards. We now have 5 of a kind. Let me see here. Pairs still going to be winning. This is good. I hope it doesn't look bad, because like this is good. We'll play 5 of a kind. Right? Yeah. We'll throw slight dookie to farm some more cards. Am I insane for just not wanting to mess with it? Just feel like we don't have that many hands to play with. Let's not mess it up too much. I'm glad we went for it, because that was like, we cleared it, but we didn't clear it by a ton. This could be really tight as we get out here. So I'm gonna sell Pluto so we can buy the voucher. I'll pop Uranus, and obviously we want to buy more packs because that's how we're scaling our chips, but we're stuck here for now. Okay, 110,000 points. They love it when we play spades. That's fantastic. That seems great for where we stand right now. High Priestess. You never know, man. Mars is something I can get down with. We use that on occasion. I would sell Saturn. I'm committed to the cause, man. So the 4s are the meat and potatoes, and the 10s are like the consolation prize. That's gonna be really good with 2 steals. I hate to do it. It's not for the Green Joker anymore. It's for Vagabond. Now Vagabond basically said screw us. So okay, screw you, buddy. Realistically, we don't need mults. It's kind of an insane play to overwrite an Empress, but we'd be better off with 4 chipped up Andes here. Even if they're adding chips here. Or 5 chipped up Andes, I should say. That's really good. We're still not clearing it by like a ton, though. Brother, you gotta try High Priestess. You gotta try it. Play only 1 hand to get to 110,000. I would say we're fairly blessed. That seems like something that is not hard for us to do, especially if we're committed to like using some discards. Okay, I screwed up Vagabond. My bad, y'all. Thank you for drawing some 4s. I gotta feel like this is gonna... 165,000 though? Let's see if we can draw maybe 1 more 4. Just to... I'd feel a little bit better with 1 more 4, especially a 4 of spades. Okay, now let's take a look at how this hand looks. It should be in the 200,000s, I think. 195,000. So it's enough to clear the needle, but you gotta pay very close attention to... That's very nice. You gotta pay close attention to it. Okay, the consolation prize, you go Mercury. We did kind of bail on our planet scaling strategy, I'll admit, but 4? A 4? I'll add another 4. Okay, 1 hand. You must discard here. As few discards as possible. I see that we got a full house. I'm sorry to tell you, it's got to be 4 or 5 of a kind. And I'm just wary about like what... I don't want to make flush 5. So I know this is a bit of an insane play, but I think flush 5 might be worse than like a level 3/5 of a kind. So that's on me for not knowing that for sure, but I just gotta send this out here because I don't want to ruin my run over it, you know? God, if you give me like foil on Green Joker, it's over. You're tempted, but I don't trust you, man. I don't trust you. I trust what we got already. Now, no doubt in my mind, a boss blind could ruin our run here. $4 is okay. All cards debuffed until the Joker's sold. Yeah, we have to sell a Joker. But we can sell Vagabond. It's a little... It'd be nice to get a negative Joker, I guess, so that we could sell it. I don't know how we're going to make that happen. A little luck would be involved for sure. I'm a believer that this gets us to 200,000 like as is. We got to use it so we don't screw up Vagabond. With 2 steel cards, yeah. I'm a believer, man. 2 steel cards and 4 spades, it should give us 170 thou. 3 steel cards and 5. It was a little bit worse. I'm feeling vindicated, man. Come on, give me a good card. Give me a good card. I don't know what... We have to sell a Joker. Realistically, if we have to sell a Joker, you gotta sell... I don't know! I gotta think about it, man. Carrying a Judgment card into the boss fight is good. This is a confusing situation to be in. Because, like, what if Wheel hits something that you want to sell? I guess you'd say thank you for hit. That's exactly what I wanted, bro. So you could carry a Judgment card with you. Let me think about this for a second. Hex will polychrome you, but destroy Vagabond. Truth be told, it would be better to have a polychrome arrowhead because it's a chip Joker. The placement would be all screwed up because I would need to put you before Green Joker. So after Green Joker. No, after Green Joker's fine. It doesn't matter when the chips get added. As much as I hate to see this guy go, he's done amazing work for us. I think the right thing to do is sell him, pop the Hex. And now you, score-wise, you do everything you did, because you're still you, plus Vagabond, which gives us 1 spot available to sell a Joker, and then we drop this Judgment. Sell the Joker for the debuff to be removed, and then drop whatever this is in its spot. Now, I would prefer, personally... Brother, this is, like, even better. Am I really gonna sell Arrowhead, then? Whatever. Honestly, like, this is great. We're happy to have it. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out in a second, I guess. It's good. It's a good position to be in. We absolutely need to just dump some stones, man. We absolutely need to not have our cards be debuffed because 10s and 4s are adding, like, a lot. I think. Well, let's worry about that when we get there, okay? I'm gonna use some discards. That's nice. That's nice. You love to see that. Let me see what my score looks like. Okay. You can only sell... This is a very tough decision, okay? You can only sell you, who is 3 mult, or you, which is probably 200 chips and 1.5 mult. It's really hard to argue with the ×3. We're getting 200 chips from a 4 of a kind. So you would take off like 50% of the chips and then 1.5 of the mult. Man, I think you're the right thing to sell, but it's gonna hurt me a great deal to do it. I'm not gonna enjoy this at all. Okay, well, another steal, you never know. But it's got to be done. I genuinely think it's a cursed choice. The only other thing would be maybe no, because you don't even work if our cards aren't debuffed. So I'm doing it. I genuinely, that's not a moment of weakness. I think that was the right decision. Blackboard is insane if we can just get it to work. So that means you would have to go, but that's not necessarily that big of a problem. You need to go. And then we can literally just play this. Come on, man. Painted deck. Get it? We used everything. This one goes out to Vagabond. This one goes out to whatever the club joker was, the spade joker that was giving us the chips. We couldn't have done it without either of you. Foil green joker, polychrome, 10s and 4s. The family, whatever this is called, and the most goated blackboard of all time out of a joker card or a judgment card. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future, and I will see you next time. Bye.